Okay. Let's. How can I share this on Discord? Okay. Sorry for the bathroom noises. I'm just working near the bathroom. What's good, talk? Welcome. What's good? Welcome. Let's see what's going on here. You're bullish? Yes, sir. Me too. Glad we align on that. I'm very much bullish. I will explain in a bit, but yes, I'm very much bullish. And if you're in Ethan's narrative, call is pretty much the same reasons as Ethan. Or it's very much the same reasons as Ethan. But we'll see. So you let 920 play out. Interesting. Feels like the S&P's already done. I'll just see. Well, if there's a 90-minute SMT on the highs, it could possibly be done with lower time from confirmation. And there, let's see. There's a wick to wick, no wick to body, and body to body. It looks like we can invalidate it as well, so we'd have to see. Both very possible. We'll have to see. Chat. Okay. Let's wait a bit. Maybe 9:20. The usual guys. Give me some water. Wait, I'll be right back. I'll be back in a minute before 9:20. All right, I'm back. All right. At this point, if you're not already in trade, I would not trade until at least 9:45, or maybe maybe if there's a 5-minute SMT, then 9:35 in that case, right? Oh, actually, it still have to be 9:40 with change in state delivery. So you need the 5-minute SMT with change in state delivery. I'll just really simply go over it. So, higher time frame, right? On the daily chart, we've tapped discount on all 3 assets, right? And then there's also a daily sequential SMT, doubling SMT if you use that on the lows with YM, right? So I can see all the assets moving higher. Hopefully, if we're gonna push past previous day high, then close above previous day high and then invalidate that and continue higher, right? YM has not hit previous day high yet, so there is more room and potentially more volatility with YM, so we'll have to see. But that is kind of the general plan today. It's fairly simple. We're still trading at very high prices, so stay safe. Follow your plan. Yeah. Fairly simple. Not really much instructions or anything. It's as we expect. I would say it's like a bit earlier would have been not too bad of a spot because a previous session high and previous 90-minute high were invalidated on the highs, so you can kind of trade invalidation. But now it's already like if it's gonna continue higher, it's already too late. I wouldn't want to get in on that, right? But if it retraces back, maybe into this 90-minute gap marked out here, it creates a 5-minute sequential SMT, or doesn't even have to tap back into a gap, just creates a 90-minute sequential SMT on the lows, then I'll be in it with the change in state delivery. So that is basically the plan. Pretty simple, pimple, guys. Nothing much to it. I'll just point out, keep an eye on it. I like to see at least all assets wick through it, like tap through it. We'll see. Just mark it out for now. Cool. So we wait for the open to do a SMT on the low. Yes, that would be the most ideal. Create low manipulation lower and distribute higher. Why are you not interested in London session previous day low SMT to take long? It's just 5-minute with the 90-minute gap is enough. If there is a like the London low is pretty far. That's why. Like look how far it is for any asset. It is possible, like don't get me wrong, if it is possible and if it does, even better, right? But a 5 minute with a 5 minute, 5 minute as sequential SMT within the gap is already enough for me to get in. And then if it continues lower, then I lose one bullet, and then I use my second bullet on the at wait, right? I wait, and the 5 minutes invalidated, right? It continues lower, or there's just no change in state delivery 5 minute, and it just continues lower, and I have no entry at all. Then it'll create the previous session low, and then it'll go higher from there, right? So it's just a 5 minute is enough for me to get in on this, but obviously I need a 5 minute with the change in state, right? But yeah, if it continues lower and creates a previous session low, then it does that, and then I just wait for that, right? As that's developing. Wait for candle closures, guys. Crazy little jab lower. I mean, it's not that crazy, to be honest. It's actually not crazy at all. Let's see how price develops, guys. Volume mic low. Why is this a problem every single time? Is this better? A lot better, a lot better. Oh, I did turn it down a little bit earlier. Okay, it's about to hit 90-minute high. Let's see how it reacts off that. Were you able to hear the explanation of why I'm not? I mean, I am still interested in 90-minute. Previous session, previous day low to take long. Let's see. Oh yeah, I mean, there's already a sequential SMT. Or you're not interested in London session, previous day low SMT take long. Oh, that's what's creating my my narrative for bullishness, right? This previous day low sequential SMT, right? I thought you said previous session. Sorry, I misheard that. Oopsie doopsie. So yeah, I am interested in that. That's what's forming my bias. Now, if we get a setup on the highs, on previous day high, and we get some confirmations on lower time frame, then I may flip, right? But it still needs an hour to close for this one. There is a wick to wick sequential SMT. That is true. But if NQ wicks up higher and YM wicks up higher, wait, it's not even that far, then it would invalidate that wick to wick at sequential SMT at least, right? And body to body. But this is still an hour to close, so we'll have to see. 3 minutes until equities open. Let's just see what I can do. See if it can drop down, give us an opportunity to enter. Seems very possible. And if not, we're done for the day. Or we're not done for the day. We can wait for a second bullet, but we'll have to wait a little fair bit, you know, at least like 20-30 minutes. I'm looking up because chat's up here, by the way, guys. I have YouTube open up at the top. This might just tap the 9. It looks like it really wants to tap this 90-minute wick high before it even hits 9:30. Let's see if it does. That may be the case. Three, two, one. Maybe this 1 minute candle right here. If not, I can potentially see just get it wicked on the. There it is. Hey guys, price is not random. Who would have thought? It'd be nice to see if YM can wick it out too. Why is my YM frozen? Yikes. How long you've been trading? I've been trading for about 2 years now. This August will be. Wait, no. Yeah, I think this August will be 2 years. There's equities open. Let's see where it goes. It looks like straight up is where it's going. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? YM is not taking it. It'd be nice if YM would take it too. I can see it continue going higher though. Let's see. There's YM waking up previous day high. I'd like to see price just continue higher from here. It can chop here, but overall, higher time frame, I'm bullish, right? And intraday low for it. So just took out this liquidity here. There's no really significance to this liquidity specifically, but there's significance to the fact that YM took it out previous day high, right? So everything is invalidated on the highs. Well, technically we need 58 minutes to completely close that off, right? But yeah, so the read is correct. There's no clear entry though, I will say that, which is kind of sucky, but it is what it is sometimes. So high time frame definitely bullish, but on the lower time frame is building bearish sequential SMT. Yeah, Yannick, I would agree with you if it doesn't get invalidated. It can very well be invalidated. Weaker part is ES. Yes, ES and YM, especially YM. I think there's a lot more room to go higher. So to me, those are the weaker assets, but. I don't think I would just take a trade based off of that. Like I'm just too used to trading NQ, so I'm just gonna continue trading NQ or MNQ. Okay. I would like YM to continue. If all three assets moves in tandem, I mean, if you're in this long, you'd ideally want to see all three assets move in tandem. And not have YM create this sequential SMT previous day high, right? That would be the most ideal situation. Okay, there we go. We have some movement from YM. Hopefully YM can go. Look at how far IQ went. And YM did not budge a single bit. Gosh darn. Another point. Tapped. We'd like to see speed through this. There we go. See if we can continue with speed through this, or if it acts as a little bit of rejection. Let's see. There you go. There's a speed we're looking for. Ultimate target, I mean, this would be the safest target because it's already all-time highs. But after that, you'd probably have to use projection or R's. So, personally, I would be quite happy with here, but it's up to your management. Okay, that's not a reaction you want to see. Exactly. Probably just let it run. I think you still go higher, especially with the way order flow and price is looking. Invalidation of 15.5 and potentially soon to be invalidation of previous day high. If there's invalidation of previous day high, I feel like I can go higher for a little bit, like quite a little bit. We'll see. That's what we want to see. Very nice. Hello everyone, Eli, trust your week is great. In terms of trading, start of the week was a little rough. Like yesterday, oh, so choppy. Like I took like a -1 orange, and also didn't stream because I was out, which is unfortunate. But today, pretty clean read, really clean expansion. I really couldn't get into this. Like I can get into this on funded. Right? I took a stab on Evals a while back. Took a loss and now I'm still in this long. But in terms of Eval, but I can get on this on my funded. So I am more risk on with my funded. So I do mention this every time. So if you're new to trading, I wouldn't recommend you treat your funded and your Evals any different. It's good for building habits to keep them the same, but for me, I'm a bit more risk on with my eval, so it's just how I trade, and it's just worked for me. To me, like I've built up the habit to a point where it feels like a waste of time if I don't be a little bit more risk on. It's always still nice to practice more and practice good habits, but at this point, I just trade how I trade, you know. I'll show you guys eval position. There you go. Sorry for rocking. Appreciate your feedback and consistency always. I'm new and on eval too. No trades. Yeah, that's fine, dude. No trades is really good. Some people are blowing 20 accounts by yesterday already, so you're already ahead of probably like 90% of traders if you think about it like that. I don't think I took anything Monday, but like there's just some days where you just don't take. But make sure it's like following your plan, right? Don't take it out of fear. Like if your model's there, it follows your narrative. Like it aligns with your narrative, it aligns with your model, it aligns with the time you trade. The risk is good. Like you can get in on a good amount of, like the normal amount of contracts you trade. The risk makes sense, the R makes sense, and you didn't take it, then that's a problem, right? Because that means you're just fearing out of, you don't trust your model, right? You don't trust the system. So that is, I know that's something that a lot of new people struggle with. For me, I'm pretty I'm pretty risk on, so that's not something I struggle with. I struggle with pretty much the opposite. Pretty much is being too impatient or not being scared enough and just like getting in there. There's not much to kind of read or tape read anymore, unless the chart kind of flips. I might end stream at about 10 a.m. I was about to say 10 p.m. because it's 10 p.m. here, but yeah, 10 a.m. There you go, I've hit profit target on my Eval. So, 3,600. Nice. Real simple. Nothing too crazy. How can I add this tab back into my ranking? All right. I think we still go higher, especially if previous day high is invalidated. That's it for me today. I'm gonna call it a day. My read was pretty on spot. I think a way you could have gotten into this is invalidation of all S&Ps on the highs. So by this point, everything would have been invalidated already, and then you could have possibly taken on this change in state, and then you probably would have been wicked out here, which is fine, and then use your second bullet, right? Depends on how many bullets you have in your plan, but usually people have more than one, and you could do something like that, or you can do something like that, and final target with this 5-minute change in state delivery down here, especially after this wick on the lows. It also created a 1-minute sequential SMT, if you guys caught that by any chance. But right here, let me zoom in. Wait, let me double check though. I'm pretty sure when I was looking, it created a 1 minute. Yeah, right here, probably with one. There you go. Should be right here. Boom. Boom. Is there? There should be. I thought I saw one. am I looking at? I don't even know what I'm looking at. Yes, that should be correct. Something like that. Oh, there we go. 1 minute SMT as well. I wasn't based off clearly 1 micro. Yeah, exactly. Talk. There you go. You saw it too. Yeah. I saw that as well, but I wasn't too confident. Like I wasn't gonna take it on my funded. But yeah, with 90-minute sequential SMT, taking out that sell side liquidity, quick little wick of it, create a 1 minute sequential SMT, and then I think if they chopped around here and didn't, if this 9 a.m. didn't close like this, then I don't think I would have been that confident of it going up. But with this closure right here, this 9 a.m., it created a change in state right after that 1 minute sequential SMT with 5-minute change in state. So, and invalidation of 15 previous session high and previous 90-minute high. So that would be, whereas SMT, I just, you can just go back in the stream a couple seconds. I marked at the 1 minute. It's just a 1 minute, but it's also the fact that previous session, like the more important thing, like the 1 minute helps, right? And the fact that I took out sell side liquidity before that helps, just adds kind of confluence. But there's invalidation of the 15-minute, so 15-minute sequential SMT. Well, I mean, as you can see, it's just shot up. So all 15 minutes has been invalidated. All 90-minute cycles sequential SMTs have been invalidated, and there's a 90-minute daily sequential SMT on the lows, right? So if SMTs are invalidated, you're typically looking for continuation or chop. That's typically what you're looking for. Did I take a trade today? Only on my evals. On my evals, I took hit my profit target, but that's pretty much it. I wasn't. So what I tell everyone, if you guys are new to trading, do not trade your evals and your fundeds differently. Treat them the same for building habits. For me, I do am slightly more risk on with my eval accounts, but yeah, and they're also, it's a different sizing of eval as well. But yeah, Wednesday's manipulation fest. FOMC more. Yeah. I mean, I think before the last couple, some FOMCs were very like, they didn't really do much. But that's why I believe there can be a move in the morning, and then just be very, like, have FOMC be very like, do nothing. But that's very possible as well. Where's SMT? Oh, we have 2 equal lows on NQ, manipulation, breaking buy side, distribution later on. At 2 a.m. news. Possible. I mean, anything is possible in the market, but we are very far from even a 15-minute sequential SMT on the lows, right? But I don't know, maybe by 12, once we go into the PM session, we'll have new previous session levels, like key levels, previous session highs and previous session lows. So maybe you guys can look at that and take something off of that. I don't know why my chart's frozen. This sucks. Is my stream still on? Stream help? Oh, I did not mean to refresh that. About to hit target. Actually, I'll just call it stream once it hits target. I'm not interested in anything else for the day if once this hits the target, to be honest. Let's see if we can smack the TP. Smack the TP. You know what I'm saying? I got a better one. Wait. Oh, damn, that's kind of smooth. Damn, we're hitting TP. I feel like it's just gonna smack it. Can we get much higher? Come on, 3 minutes. Alright, this is gonna take a while. I can feel it. This is gonna take a long while. But that's okay. You know what? If you were in this trade, if you knew the narrative and had it in on this, you'd be up in profit regardless. Like, I would trail according to 5 minute, what's it called? 5 minute order blocks, but there's no 5 minute order block. So you can take partials, you can go break even, a million different options. But I'm really looking for this end target up here. All-time highs, right? So be patient, see if it goes, but it doesn't seem like there's any other things that can work against it. So we'll have to see, unless the orange man announces something that we don't want to hear. Then that'll be a little bit of an issue, right? Go rock your body. Precision candle as well. Fun fact, I feel like this is gonna smack it with this candle. Let's see. Let's see if it does. Oh, let me. Nice. Let's see this can. This is gonna take a long time, huh? Alright, if this 5-minute candle doesn't hit, I'm still gonna end stream in 5 minutes, 4 minutes, because I mean, there's nothing else to really look at. You guys know the end target, you guys know high manage, and if you guys don't, then tune in for more. I'll be live again tomorrow, 9:15, but same. Looking for all-time highs target. And if you're not already in trade now, I would recommend not trading at all, because this would be big old yikes. Let's see, is this the candle to do it? Got 2 minutes. Gonna rock your body. I'll get some water. Be right back. You got in. Price has just been tiring. Yeah, price has been tiring. Yo, what's good, Lords FX? I missed you. Couldn't stream yesterday, unfortunately. I had an event I had to attend, but yeah, no, prices Monday, Tuesday. Oh, I'm down like $2-3. But today, I traded Eval. I just traded Eval on this long. Got back up. On my fundeds, I ideally want to see maybe a stab lower 930. Maybe a 5-minute sequential S&T within the 90-minute gap, which is my daily gap. But, you know, the world isn't always ideal. And what justified my long for my eval, am more risk on my evals, I will say that, which is not the most the best thing for habit building, but it's just how I trade is how I trade the most comfortable. There's a 1 minute sequential S&P right at with that 855 dig lower. It also took out some sell side liquidity, so from there I was looking for any kind of extra reason to get in on this, as well as invalidation of 15 5-minute on the highs, and then there's this 5-minute change in state delivery with invalidation of the sequential S&Ps on the highs. So that's what I got in on. In terms of my eval, I will say that again. But there it is. That should be tapping it, I believe. Yeah, that did tap it. I just put it past. Okay, that's final target, everyone. All right, I'm gonna call it 8. It did happen at 10 perfectly. Wow. I'm gonna hop off. There's nothing else I'm interested in today. You guys can keep a look at how FOMC plays out and use that to kind of potentially help determine what to look for tomorrow. But I would not take anything for the rest of the day if you're not already in this long, to be honest. Or if you haven't already taken TP, you're already taking this long. So have a good day, everyone. 9:15 every day, 9:15 a.m. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. I believe there's news tomorrow. Let me see. I think there's 8:30 news. Wait, there's FOMC tomorrow too. 2 a.m. Interesting. And then 8:30, yeah, 8:30 tomorrow. Oh, I see. It's 2 a.m. here in Hong Kong. That makes sense. Yeah, so there's FOMC later today for you guys that trade New York time, and 8:30 a.m. tomorrow news. So keep that in mind. I'll catch you guys later. Peace, peace.